Saludos amigos, Cash, your president and CEO of Cash International Luxury Real Estate. Guys, how's it going? I'm just driving into Santo Domingo, a quick drive. That's why I tell you guys from Cap Cana, from Punta Cana area, Vizcaya. It's just such a quick drive and you're able to get yourself into the capital. So what are we doing here today? We're actually making, like we've talked to you about the Costco. It's not Costco over here, it's called PriceSmart. We're making a PriceSmart run and we're also meeting some new tenants. As you guys know, we have a place here in Santo Domingo and we've rented that out. Okay, so we're really excited about that. And so we're meeting them and we're also going to do that run. But as we were driving in, okay, a couple things I want to do is share how beautiful the drive gets once you do get into the capital. And the other thing was, I'm here with Carissa. She's coming along for the ride. And we were just reminiscing about a couple things that we've done in the past, mistakes per se that we've made. And one of them was, and this is part of the reason why Carissa reminded me, this is part of the reason why we started doing what we're doing, is when we first moved into Las Vegas, we had come across some brokers and real estate agents that completely misguided us in the fashion of, how do you live here? Okay, if you guys remember, I had initial videos, you see a blue Jeep that I had purchased in Santo Domingo. The process of getting that blue Jeep was just kind of mind-blowing, and that's what Carissa was laughing about. She was just telling me, hey, can you believe that we did that? And you know why we did it, guys? Is because we were recommended by a broker that this is the best thing to do. Just mind-blowing that we did it. But I'm going to let Carissa refresh or tell you the story, because I don't think we've told you the story before. But go ahead, tell them exactly what we did and how wild that was.
So we were looking to get a car here when we were here initially. It stuck here because it was during COVID. There was no flights back home.
And we're not going to say any names.
Yeah, we ended up purchasing our pre-construction, and then, we knew we were going to be here for quite some time until we were able to go back to Canada. So we thought we'd buy a used car and wanted to get a Jeep. So, a couple people in the broker specifically we were talking with initially the first time said, oh, I know this guy, and this Dominican guy, he'll meet you there and check out the dealerships and the cars and, make sure everything is basically be our guide to buying a used car in Santo Domingo. And, we really at the time thought, okay, like, this is awesome, and we'll meet this guy. It was a fee, and the fee wasn't too bad.
It's like $300.
Yeah, $300.
Which was a complete rip-off.
Which now was a complete rip-off. But, so we, with Elle, took the bus to Santo Domingo, and this Dominican man picks us up in this taxi. Now, if you've seen taxis here in Santo Domingo,
you do not use
you do not get in them.
You don't get in them. I'll show you one if I see one as we're driving right now. Ubers and everything's fine.
Uber's
legit
different.
Taxi's good, but I'm going to show you kind of what we got.
This was a legit taxi. I honestly thought we were getting kidnapped at one point. We had Elle with us. This guy checked out like he was the legitimate person we were speaking to and whatnot, and
he had no. Honestly, I don't think the guy knew anything about what he was doing. I don't think he had a clue about
cars or what he was doing. I think he was there to get his cut from the dealership, basically,
charge us $200.
And charge us the fee that we were paying. All in all, we did get our Jeep.
Which was full of problems.
He was supposed to make sure, everything checks out, and it was it was a reputable dealer, though. It was.
Yeah, the guy that we got the thing from.
Good,
but the thing was, the advice that we were given, and this is where you want to caution yourselves. The advice that we were given, and we were just so trusting, and that's one thing you want to avoid. You don't want to be so trusting when you first come down here of real estate agents, brokers, stuff like that, because they've lived here for 20 years or whatever. Because this was some of the, and actually we had to pay that. Whatever, that driver, taxi, or whatever.
Then the guy said, "Oh, by the way, you got to pay
give this guy $40."
Taxi driver for driving us around half the day. I'm like,
and this thing was beat. There was no AC. I'm going to show you an example. Like, I'm driving. I'm just getting into the Capitol. Okay, so I'm going to show you an example of what this thing is. And keep in mind, we had only been here for a few months at that moment.
I was terrified. I thought we were getting kidnapped, and I don't know what you thought.
We got off at the bus station, and where a part of Santo Domingo that's a little pretty rough. Yeah, you're not in Piantini, that's for damn sure.
It was like the downtown bus station. It was all just Quite an adventure.
It was just an adventure, but the only reason that we were laughing about that is we were just saying, can you believe that we were told that this was a good idea, and this is the guy that you talked to
purchase as like a Canadian family coming down, and we were like, okay, we're gonna go to Santo Domingo to get a car. Like, that was the best
eye opener to say.
No, but that was the best advice given us. Not like, hey, go to the
Santo Domingo Motor
dealership.
Like, we got our Tahoe from Santo Domingo Motors, all our vehicles. Like, there's so many reputable spots. Like, every single major dealer
like
is
the
here.
Used dealerships, they're reputable.
Like Auto House is phenomenal.
Cars.
That, these are the spots you go to. You go to reputable dealers, but not this middleman that got. It was just like, the point is, don't just take advice from people. Like, this is where I think our services are like so important.
Well, this was one of, and we were misguided by a few things initially that we ended up having. That's how we got down this rabbit hole. Is we did our own research for everything, because we felt like what we're being told, this doesn't make sense, or this doesn't make sense, or this doesn't make sense, and we were just misguided on a few things. So that's kind of how Cash started what he started, and getting the word out. And like, Lost Train is a beautiful place, and we loved it, but we wanted to get the word out in, I guess, a proper way, or more educated way, an honest way, and we just felt like we were being misguided.
And sometimes I don't even know if it's really an honesty question. I think it's just like lack of understanding for common sense for the world and how things are. Is kind of what people fall subject to. But I don't think it's malicious at all times. Sometimes, if there's a sucker willing to give you money, then, there's people here to take that, and that's what happens. But this was just like some bad advice, and we're just laughing at the fact that we actually thought it was good advice and actually followed through with it and did it. That's where we were more so laughing at ourselves, not here to complain about the advice we were given, because everybody's going to give you advice. Trust me, everybody's going to have a better way to do something.
I still can't believe it, because now I thought we were getting kidnapped, number one.
And you know what? End of the day, though, there was nothing. It was perfectly safe. We were good.
No, the guy was kind.
He was nice, and we were perfectly safe.
Yes, we were. Yeah,
perfectly safe. So it wasn't. It was just like, when you think back to where we're at today, and the fact that we thought that was the way to do this, because someone, a real estate agent, told us that, hey, this is what you should do to buy a Jeep here in Los Traines, and we did that. That is what's mind-blowing, because that was the best piece of genuine advice that he was giving us, not to like screw us or anything like that. He literally thought this was good advice when he gave it to us. So God bless him for that. But God bless us for being here, because we can actually guide you guys properly and tell you where to go and who to deal with and how to get stuff like this done. Because we're just laughing because we're coming into the Capitol. You can see we're coming in here right about 10:30 a.m. on a Wednesday. You can see traffic picks up here, but I really want to. I'm gonna pull a photo. I'll pull a photo and I'll pop it into this video, so you can see exactly what this thing was we got into. And then the guy driving the car, because there was two guys. There was a guy driving the car, taxi driver, whatever you want to call him, and then there was the car broker. You would call
who didn't have a car and didn't drive.
Who didn't have a car, couldn't drive, could barely see. It was just like one of the best things that we've ever done. So we just thought we'd share that with you, because when you are coming down here to, whether it's start a new life, move your family down here, or just buy investment property, love where you live or love where you invest, whichever one.
It's not as complicated
as people make it.
Or as we maybe initially thought. We thought everything was going to be complicated. We couldn't buy anything here or find anything here.
Yeah,
everything.
Good point.
Yeah, and we thought we had to bring back luggages of
thought we have to bring a fridge and bring a microwave.
No,
and bring
not that
all
much,
my power tools.
Yes, like that kind of stuff, things from home. But really now you can get everything here or ship anything here, and it's a lot more simple than people think.
It is, absolutely. And that was kind of the fallacy that we were stuck with, that there's nothing here. We're in the Dominican Republic. Oh my God, it's only beaches and pina coladas and palm trees and donkeys going down the side of the road. Like, we're screwed. What are we going to do? Absolutely not, guys. This is, and I was telling her right now, I was just doing a little bit of reading. IMF has slated the Dominican Republic for first world status here by 2030. All right, so I was just reading that. So that's like 4 years away. That's coming up pretty quick. But everything you need, everything you want is here. Don't go down any crazy rabbit holes. utilize our experiences, feel free to send me a direct WhatsApp, or you can WhatsApp Carissa, depending on what you're looking for. Obviously, if you're looking for real estate, we're able to guide you to the type of properties that you need to be investing into, okay? Because there's a lot of property for sale here. Not everything is created equally, and if you're looking for investment opportunities where you want to rent it out, there's certain criteria that you need to make sure that you're fulfilling, and not just buy anything for whatever price. Don't just buy based on price. So reach out to us. We know the right developers, the right properties, the right locations. Depending on what your goals and parameters of your search are, we're able to guide you accordingly, and also guide you into the city that maybe it's Cap Cana that is a good fit for you. Maybe it's Las Terrenas. Maybe it's Vista Cana. All those different things. Okay, and then we can guide you in the process. The schools, we're actually talking to a client right now. They're trying to figure out between Ashton, Punta Cana International, or Heritage right now. So we're kind of guiding them on that process. Carlos is assisting them there. And whether you're moving your whole family down or just you, husband and wife, depending on your age, what are you guys into? Are you city? Do you love the city? That's where you want to be in that urban environment, and that's where you thrive. We can guide you there because, as you know, we're driving into the city right now. We have a place in Piantini, and we've lived there as well. So all those different experiences that we're able to share with you now because of all the investment we've done in all these different markets. It's not someone, for example, that broker we're referring to. Lives in Las Terrenas, only lived in Las Terrenas, well, in another area similar to Las Terrenas as well, but doesn't have an understanding for PNTD. Okay, maybe he's visited and had dinner a couple times, and gone out and had a few beers, but that's not living. Okay, that's not living. That's not bringing your kids. So we can really speak to all these markets when it comes to lifestyle and how it feels to live there, and how you would live there, and the places to go, and where to buy your car, where to buy your furniture, where to buy all these different things. For example, Chris has visited all the the proper salons and the shopping areas and the places to eat. Like, you want to visit. There's a spot that you want to go eat right now. It's called
Vita Place.
Tell them about that.
Like a cafe, organic. It's not a full vegan restaurant, but they have a lot of vegan vegetarian options, juice bar, smoothie bar. So I like to go there.
How's that spelled?
VITA Place.
So yeah, look that up.
So it's really good. They make great little brunch items and grab and go items, and their smoothie bar is awesome. So we like to grab a few things when we're in town and bring back with us. Some dry goods and crackers.
So if you're living in the capital, it's a must. It's a go-to spot, right?
We love that spot.
You guys have seen where I take Carlos very often, the chicken sandwich near Price Mart. Probably going to try to convince her to go there. But yeah, it's all this stuff, and it's about lifestyle. It's about living. And if it's not you living and you don't plan on moving here right away, that's fine. If you plan on it's an investment property, then you want people that are going to rent from you to know where they're going to go. Okay, so you want it's overall an understanding of the market space. It's understanding how not to. See that taxi thing up there? That's what I'm talking about. Right in front of that blue van. I'm going to see if I can get beside it here. You're going to laugh. We actually thought that was a good idea because we were recommended that this is the way to go find a used car. It's just so funny. I just can't believe that we did it. But you know what is even better? We did it, so you don't have to. And here, I'm going to show you. This is what we got into, guys. Look. Have a look at this thing. That's what we got into. That's what we got into. That's exactly what we got into. And
They still can't.
And we thought that was a good idea. And the best part is we were recommended to do it. The second best part is that we took the recommendation. So guys, reach out to us. We know what we're talking about. Don't listen to anybody that says we don't, because we do. We live in all these markets. 2.5 years full time, through almost 3 years in Las Terrenas full time. Guys, trust me, we know the market. We know how to live there. We know the good, bad, and the ugly on this. So please send us a direct WhatsApp if you're looking to live here at some point in time, looking to invest here at some point in time, because I assure you, between the two of us and the team, we got Brian and Lila over in Las Terrenas. They're there full time. We got Carlos over here in Punta Cana and Cap Cana. Guys, we know what we're talking about. We'd like to keep our team small and tight. We don't want to have 7,000 brokers trying to sell as much property as we can. We want to find you the best properties. We want to have the best clients. We want to have the best developers. All that stuff is important to us. And I'm sure it's important to you as well. Any closing words on that one, Carissa? It's just, that was a funny one.
No, we'll have to think of more stories to share.
Yeah, that's what we need to do. We need to capture some of these stories. We don't make these mistakes anymore, though. We really don't. We have even if we don't know something, we know the right people now to ask. That's key.
Of course, yes. We have a good core.
I say
Circle and
love where you
team
live,
and,
network
yeah.
of professionals. Like now we know who to ask.
Oh my gosh.
And if we don't know, we know who to ask. The people that you might, if you come into the market and make the, the learning curve is pretty big, especially if you get advice from the wrong people. But you get the advice from us. We know the right lawyers, doctors, trainers, restaurateurs, all these different people that we know. So if we don't have the answer for you, we're going to get you the right answer.
Find the right answer, yes.
A quick WhatsApp message and we got that answer. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed that one. And remember, make us your first phone call when you're coming down here. Don't make that mistake that we did. Love where you live. Talk to you soon.